Hi everyone, this is Mrs. N again at Ten Oaks. We are going over Unit 1, Lesson 1 for Ready 6 Math. Let's take a look at what we know about ratios. We know that ratios from our past, we've learned about it being a part of a whole. The whole is the total amount of items, and maybe just a part of it is what we're looking at. So let's take a look at our problem on page 4. Let's turn to page 4 and let's dive right in. Let's read the problem first and talk about comparisons and using ratios. We're going to write whole to part and part to whole and part to part comparisons. So we're going to learn about different types of ratios and their phrases. Okay? Let's take a look at the problem first. Carlos has 4 tennis balls and 5 baseballs. Let's take a look at the whole and all. How many balls are there together? If you said 9, that is correct. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total altogether. So that's our whole. And now we're going to look at different parts of this whole unit. Our unit is our balls. This page models how to write comparisons for different quantities. So let's take a look at page 4. Okay, there's 3 different ways to write ratios. We can write it in a fraction bar, we can write the word to, and we can write the colon. Okay, so one way I can write this is in a fraction bar. So I can write Carlos has 4 tennis balls. My fraction bar. Out of my total. I can also write this comparison in the form of the word to. So I can say there is a 4 to 9 ratio of tennis balls to total amount of balls altogether. Or I can say the ratio is a 4 with a colon and a 9. So there's 3 different ways to write ratios, and they all mean the same thing. There. So let's take a look at your page 4. Okay? You would write 4 to 9, or 4 to 9 ratio here. I'm going to write 4. This symbol here is also known as a fraction bar. Okay, I can write it that way. Okay, so what fraction of the balls are tennis balls? We count our 4 as our part of the whole amount of balls, and then we count The same thing here. What fraction are baseballs? So what part of the total amount of balls are baseballs? The answer is 5 out of 9 balls altogether. So our bottom number, our denominator, is always going to be the total number, and our top number is always going to be our part of the number. Just as we discussed before, you can also compare the quantities with the word to. So how did we do that before? What did we say? So to compare, we said we had 5 baseballs to 9 total balls. Check your answer on page 4 and make sure that this answer is the same as your answer. Now let's take a look at letter D. We just talked about the colon. You can also use a colon to compare the numbers. Use a colon to compare the number of tennis balls to the total. Then use a colon and compare the number of baseballs to the total. So let's take a look at tennis balls first. How many tennis balls out of all the balls are tennis balls? You are correct if you said 4 colon 9, 4 to 9. We read that as 4 to 9. And what about baseballs? You are correct if you said it was 5 to 9. Okay, let's read our last question down here. How does each of these expressions, 4/9, 4 to 9, and 4 to 9, compare to the number of tennis balls to the total number of balls? Let's take a look at that. You see the 4 and the 4 and the 4 there. The first part always tells the number of tennis balls, and then it tells the number of total balls. So the symbol or that word just separates the two numbers. Let's write that down. So each notation, that means each notation, first tells the number of tennis balls, and then it tells the number of total balls. A symbol or word separates the two numbers. Hit pause if you need to catch up, and then we will move on to our next part of the lesson. Now that we've solved the problem, we thought about different ways to solve the problem. How do we compare the number of each type of ball to the total number of balls? How do we compare the number of one type to the number of the other type? We solved the problem and we recorded our process on our sheet on page 4. So let's take a look at some things that we did with everybody else. Let's compare what everyone else did. Alright, so let's reflect. Let's talk about the difference between part to whole and part to part comparisons. We can compare tennis balls to baseballs by saying there's 4 baseballs to every 5 baseballs. We can say that by using the 2, our colon, or our fraction bar. Compare our baseballs to tennis balls by comparing 5 baseballs to 4 baseballs. So we can write 5 to 4 Baseballs are always in the front, so your 5 is going to be your first number. That's comparing part to part. Also compare our part to whole by comparing tennis balls to total balls. So we have 4 tennis balls up here out of the total of 9 balls. So my first number is going to be my numerator, or my tennis balls, on every single ratio. And my total balls is going to be the last number in my ratio. And that's how I compare one part to the whole entire count. I can also do the same for baseballs to total balls. My total would be 5 baseballs to 9, 5, colon 9, or my numerator would be 5, 9, because there's 5 baseballs out of the total of 9 baseballs. Take a look at this last part. If I already did part to part, I did part to whole, I'm going to do whole to part, which means I'm going to look at the whole first, and then I'm going to count the part of it. So let's look at total balls to tennis balls. We have 9 in the whole to 4, and notice how my 9s are in the front of every ratio, to tennis balls, which is the second part of my equation, or my ratio, which is 4 tennis balls in each. You try this part alone and let's see what you get. If you did total balls to baseballs and you had 9 to 5, with 9 being your whole and 5 being your part, then you've got it right. Your 5s should be the last part of your ratio. So let's take a look at that last part right there. Suppose Carlos was given a basketball. What is the ratio of tennis balls to baseballs? What is the ratio of total balls to tennis balls? Compare the ratios before Carlos got the basketball and after he got it. How did the basketball affect the ratio? So let's break it apart little by little. What's the ratio of tennis balls to baseballs? What is the total ratio of total balls to tennis balls? So let's compare the ratios before Carlos got the basketball and after he got it. How did he get the basketball? How did the basketball affect the ratios? Now that Carlos was given a basketball, says it right there. Since he was given a basketball, you now have 10 total. So the new ball doesn't affect the part-to-part ratio, but it changes the whole to part ratio, because your whole is now 10. He's got an extra one.